Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Scarlet Hollow. Last we left off, we were in a staircase going downstairs, but I accidentally clicked. So now we're here. But we got the dialogue right here that I can read. If you do enjoy this content, enjoy the video, why don't you leave a like? It'll show me a ton of support. And if you want something different on the channel, leave a comment. It'll let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys want to see. And if you're new or returning, why not subscribe? It'll show me a ton of support, and it'll also help me keep doing what I'm doing. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. The stairs take you into what you have to assume was once a servant's quarters, a network of cramped passageways hidden away behind the expensive rooms of the estate without so much as a window or illumination. But you persist and descend deeper into the bowels of the Scarlet Estate. The echoing piano, your only company. Soon enough, you see light again, sun creeping in through the edges of the nearly hidden doorway. You're at the end of another long corridor. Its high ceiling and tall windows are almost disorienting as you step out from the cramped, gloomy stairwell. The music echoes mournfully in the vast space, a chorus of wind adding a melancholic harmony as it whips in from the overgrown courtyard outside. But as you make your way into one of the side rooms, utterly dark, save for your open doorway on the far wall. What? Utterly dark. Oh, okay. I understand now. Utterly dark, save for the open doorway on the far side of the wall. The music stops. There's no warning, no gentle fade, or dramatic slamming of keys. When you make your way to the music room, Wayne is already standing, his eyes glimmering in the darkness behind his stained veil. I'd hope you've come alone. Well, you better get used to me being around, because your days of harassing Delta are over. From now on, you'll have to harass the both of us. That's alright. You can enjoy your slattern. You and I are already bound by our fates. You need to come to understand that. If you expect to help anyone, yourself included, you're running out of time. He slips away into the shadows. What did he just call me? Whatever, let's just leave, yeah? Now? I think we've seen enough, and the floor down here feels like it could give way and throw us down the cliff at any second. Why is it so fuzzy? The warmth you and Stella shared last night seems to fall apart in the fresh air. Shaken by the unearthed secrets of your family's past, a tense silence holds between the two of you as your mind does its best to grapple with what you found. Oh, okay, it's no longer fuzzy. What a relief that we're finally out of that dreadful place. It's not fit for humans anymore, and it's certainly not fit for dogs. I'd say it's best left to wretched little things like rats and opossums. Only God's least favorite creatures should be subjected to such mold. The cell, the doll, Enoch's occult sanctuary, the boy in the wall, and his outfits in Edwardian's closet. Is it possible your cousin has known about all this? Your eyes dart back up to Stella. Her gaze is fixed on something non-existent, point far off in the distance. And you can only try to imagine what she might be thinking. Maybe she feels you're connected in some impossible way to what you've just discovered. Like you carry whatever went on there in your blood, and Tabitha Tabitha, who had lived under the same roof as that cell her entire life. The silence feels like a terrible thing, like deep detritus clogging the air, suffocating the fragile growth of the barely formed relationship. There is a feeling that the longer you wait to say something, anything, the more your tentative relationship will unravel second by second. So say something. Say anything. Just break this awful silence already. I don't think we can trust my cousin. Do you think Tabitha's going to lock me up in there? So you're posting that to your channel, right? I don't think I could bring myself to do that. Besides, I stopped feeling when we got to the end. Everything felt too real. I just couldn't keep going. It felt, I don't know, disrespectful. We had to see Tabby. She deserves to know what we found in here. God, those letters from her dad. Her mom kept so much from her. Makes me feel so mad just thinking about it. You don't have to sell me on talking to her. I don't know what exactly we found in there, but I'm willing to hear what she has to say about it. I'm with you. The three of us are in this together. Tabitha needs to know what we found. The three of us are in this together. A palpable wave of relief washes over Stella. Yeah? Really? Okay. Then we're going to the mines. Come on. Man, that was quick. There are no picketers outside the mine today. The only sound is the constant low industrial clanking of the unending productivity. The only sign of life, the slowly moving machinery behind the rickety chain link fence. The Scarlet Hollow mines are ticking along, as they always have. There's nothing here to stop you from seeing your cousin. Alright. Looks like the coast is clear. Completely clear. You and Stella make your way through the front gates and up to the short path to your cousin's office. Stella doesn't bother to knock before twisting the door open and confidently stepping into the trailer. Tabby! Stella? Delta? What are you doing here? Why are you holding a shotgun? I clean it sometimes. Guns need that kind of thing, you know that? Stella, I would appreciate a heads up that Delta was safe in bed at your place last night. Instead of having to wait up wondering if my cousin had managed to die while out adventuring around town. But whatever. It's not like I've come to expect such social grace from either of you. No wonder you get along. Let's not do the small talk today, Taffy. Please. Stella pulls up a chair and the two of you sit down across from your increasingly anxious cousin. Hey, I didn't say you could sit. We just came from the Forbidden Wing, Tappy. Have you been in there? What a dreadful place. You know, it says something about a lady. The way she manages her home. Stella, what were you thinking? You know not to go in there. I know, I'm sorry. But the stuff we found in there? Tabby, your family hid so much from you. You deserve to know. What? Oh, right, the whispering again. Stella, I thought we were just gonna tell her we broke in. Tabitha, before you say anything, this wasn't my ad. Don't get defensive. Let us talk. We're not attacking you, Tabitha. We're just trying to talk. Tabitha, we found birthday cards from your dad in there. Lots of them. Like Enoch's study. It was behind an old bookcase and there was all this occult stuff in there. In old vials with notes in them, like he'd been preserving them or something. It was so weird. What? Like being into the occult, is that surprising? He was a rich man in the early 1900s. course he was into the occult. That was like a hobby back then. You know I know that. I wouldn't have come all the way here if it was... What? I wouldn't have come all the way out here if that was it. But there was this other room where somebody had drawn something, some kind of, I don't know, satanic circle on the floor. Like in a horror movie. Someone had clearly tried to hide it. We also found these old clothes in Grandma Eddie's room, boys' clothes, and a freaky note that looked like it might have been written in blood. It said, "I'm still in here, and I love you," or something. I don't know what that means, but it was in plastic. She clearly wanted to keep it. I want to believe that you've never seen any of this. I want to believe that so badly. We're not trying to jump to any conclusions. We're just trying to make sense of what we found in there. Yeah, do you want to see the cards? We brought some of them with us. Yeah, do you... Hey, can you stop cutting me off? But none of that is even important, because at the end of all of it was this cell? A prison cell. Somebody was being kept in there. We found these old notebooks talking about a boy living in the walls too. And I feel like it's all connected, especially since there was this creepy old doll in there. I just feel like maybe her family was keeping some of their own kids in that room. And just before we left, we ran into Wayne, and I'm pretty sure he's the one who made sure we found it. But I don't know why. He was all mysterious and called me some old curse word and left. There, that's everything, okay? It's all laid out on the table. Oh, can I say something now? I'm just along for the ride. I didn't have anything. Okay. Oh, can I say something now? Sorry, Delta. As soon as I saw her, I just had to get it all out of my system, I guess. But it's out now. We're all on the same page. We're all in this together right now. When Stella finishes, your cousin gathers herself and walks onto you with a steel gaze. You put her up to this. I know you did. Stella has been a nuisance for years, always pestering me and trying to visit me at work. But even she knew never to cross this line, breaking into my house. You're not that good at this, Delta. I see exactly what you're trying to do, to turn my only friend against me. To back me into a corner. Is that right? Tabby, come on. That's not what's going on at all. I wanted to hear it from him. There must be a way to put an end to all this, Tabitha. You don't have to follow your family's footsteps. I think you're changing the subject, Tabitha. What do you have to say about everything we found in the state? I'm not gonna say that to someone holding a shotgun. I think you're changing the subject, Tabitha. What do you have to say about everything we found? Nothing. If you really want to chat with somebody, get a Ouija board and talk to Perlene. I'm still alive, so I have the work to do. And you two are seriously impeding my ability to do that work. I don't understand. I'm not attacking you. We want to be on your side. The sound of an approaching police siren interrupts the argument before any further points could be made. Tabby, you didn't. But when? How? Perlene had a switch installed in the desk years ago. A direct line to the police. Mediating party sounds like a good idea right about now. Don't you think? But I'm here. I can mediate. I'm good at that. How's this, Tabby? I know you're not to blame for anything we found in the estate. Clearly your family has a long legacy of keeping secrets. And I know you feel like we violated your trust by going into the closed-off wing and looking for clues, but look on the bright side. Now we can all try to get on the same page. Doesn't that sound good? Aren't you lonely? Keeping all these secrets? Please, Tabitha. I don't want this to end with anyone being dragged off by the police. And with what you have on you, don't you think there's a possibility it won't be Delta who winds up in handcuffs? Oh, do you have any evidence of these supposed crimes? Or just footage of old rooms? Maybe an even better question would be, would you even be willing to use it if you did? As much as I can tell you, like Delta, you've known me much longer. I doubt you'd ultimately be willing to turn in an old friend like me. I don't think Delta is capable of that much persuasion. You're bluffing. I'm going to tell them everything. Then we'll see what they have to say about your innocence, Delta. You're really going to do this, aren't you? You're really going to have me arrested? Your own cousin? Really goes to show how much you actually care about Stella. You don't call the cops on someone you care about. I came to be here for you because I know what it's like to be alone when your mom dies. And this is how you repay me? I mean, I didn't really spend much time with her. I didn't really respect her wishes. I kind of just, walked around, explored. I hear it. I know it. You want me to get away from here. What if we just leave? And what if we just leave? Doesn't sound to me like you'll get very far. They're just about here. So what? You spend a night behind bars? What's the big deal? Doesn't that sound cozy and safe after everything you've gotten up to this week? Tabitha sighs. A certainty is settling over her. I do wish I could be honest. You know, or really, I wish honesty would do anything. But it's not going to keep the minds running. It's not going to fix the things that are actually broken around here. Because that's what the Scarlets do. At the end of the day, we keep the machinery oiled. We make sure its components are replaced when they break. It's a legacy I have to maintain, as cruel and unglamorous as it might seem to anyone else. And I'll keep shouldering that burden alone for as long as I have to. It's what I was born for. You too, Delta. Though you've been neglected it for a long time. Okay, Tabby. You're starting to scare me. There's a knock at the office door. Miss Scarlet, permission to enter. You were called, weren't you? Come on in. The door swings open. Wait, definitely Franklin was the one dude. Or was he the old guy? The sternest member of the Scarlet Hollows police force walks in. No, he was the jerk. Is that the mayor's goon? Is that the mayor's goon? At Tabitha's beck and call? Yes, I'd recognize that wretched leather stink anywhere. Well, isn't this a pleasant coincidence? I've been looking for you all morning. City slicker? City liquor? You just call me a city liquor? You're in a lot of trouble, kid. Too much trouble to let you keep wandering around causing mayhem. Oh, so you were already planning to take my cousin in then? As a matter of fact, I was. Yes, Miss Scarlet. See, there have been all these problems around town lately, and I don't need any explanation. Go ahead, be my guest. I want an explanation. Could you possibly be arresting Delta for? Stella, don't interfere. You and I can talk after Delta joins Deputy. Talk? Without him? Really? You're handing me your last living relative over? No objections? You won't have me fired or abuse of power or anything? No? I think some time under lock and key will do my cousin some good. Now, if you could take care of this outside, Miss Bridgman and I would appreciate it. You can't just take me away if I'm not being charged with something. I've done nothing wrong. Tablet, are you really doing this to me? I'm the only family you have left. Stella, back me up here. I didn't do anything wrong. If you're arresting me, you should arrest Stella too. We did everything together. I'm not gonna throw Stella under the bus. Yeah, what are my charges? What are my charges? What am I being charged with? Kid, there's plenty I can get you for. Which means I'm perfectly justified to put you on a 48-hour hold. And it sounds like Miss Scarlet has her own ideas as to what exactly the charges should be. But there will be charges. You hear that, Delta? You're at my mercy. So you better be on your best behavior. I don't want to hear that you gave the deputy a hard time. Deputy Franklin nods, whipping out his handcuffs. A single smooth police academy motion is all it takes, and the cuffs are locked around your wrists. So, it'll just be the three of us again? Just like old times? How lovely. As you're dragged from the office, Stella calls out to you one last time. It's okay. Me and Tabby are gonna work this out. Then we'll come get you, and everything will be okay, I promise. Officer Franklin drags you from the office and toward the squad car, tossing you into the back seat and slamming the door. As you're shoved into the car, a voice crackles over the radio. Franklin, pick up already. We ain't got all day, boy. Apologies, Sheriff. I was just apprehending Delta, as discussed at this morning's rendezvous. Don't call it that. Makes it sound like some kind of date at a French restaurant. It was our coffee meeting. But that's besides the point. We need you up at the farms pronto. Got ourselves a possible 187 brewing. 10-4. Damn. This day just keeps getting crazier. Suppose you'll have to come along for the ride, son. I'm sure you're not that much older than me. Why are you calling me son? Deputy Franklin wastes no time in turning on the sirens, blasting down the road toward whatever emergency is on the way. With you in tow, this is possibly one of the few times he has ever been able to do this. And despite his sunglasses and stiff demeanor, there is definitely an excitement in the way he cruises around the treacherous mountain turns. As the car pulls up to the farms, you feel it again, tingling at the back of your skull, an urgency, almost like a hand pressing you gently forward, with the threat that it might become more forceful if you don't comply. Like so much crying that can barely stop if you tend to it. There is another stone here, and it is refusing to let you ignore it. The feeling is strange when you try to examine it. Contradictory. Something that both desires to be alone, yet at the same time needs you in its presence. It's bringing something into this world, and it needs your help delivering it. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Deputy Franklin gets out of the car, leaving you in the back as he joins the assembled crowd. Alright, Sheriff. What's the situation? Bo got tired of waiting for y'all to come do your job, so he took it upon himself to go investigate the Tremaine household, and he ain't come back out, and it's been hours. Irma, I'll do the honors of briefing the officer on our current situation. You can go back to the house and let us handle it from here. What y'all don't know about all his traps and whatnot. Duke was always saying not to go in there on account of the Tremaine insanity. It's alright, ma'am. We're the police. Facing dangerous situations is our job. Oh man, the whispers are the whispers! The voices! The woman, who you take it to be Beau's mom, reluctantly returns to the porch of her house, watching the other wielding intently as the officers talk amongst themselves. Franklin, you're with me. We're heading on in to get a handle on the situation. Derrickson, you listen in from the squad car. Hopefully we can settle this without you, but you're our backup if things go south, alright? Yes, sir. Think there's any hope for the hostage? Been awfully quiet. If you ask me, I don't suspect there is a hostage. Not anymore. We'll more likely be giving the doc a call once this is all settled. Jesus. With the tip of his hat, Hugby signals to Franklin, and the two make their way up the hill toward the old farmhouse. Hey there, Delta. Sorry you had to come along for the ride. We'll have you back at the station soon enough. Sounds like this won't take long to settle. In the meantime, I'll keep you company. The thing calling out to you is starting to lose its patience. You need to find a way out of here before it gets angry. You don't really think Beau is dead in there, do you? I'd love to be wrong about this. I really would. It'd be a real shame considering what poor Irma's already been through this week. But Beau's a big man. Hard to keep a big man like that from moving around and making a fuss. And we've seen a whole lot of nothing going on in there. Still is the grave, if you pardon the expression. If you guys are arresting me, could you also arrest the guy who's been stalking me? Since he's doing a real crime? Right, that alleged stalker of yours. As far as I remember, he hasn't done all that much besides show up once or twice, is that right? Doesn't sound that criminal to me. Especially not in a town this small. But hey, see this as a bright side to us taking you in. No boogeyman could get you at the station. I somehow doubt that. Could you let me go, please? I haven't done anything wrong. Oh, I'm sure you haven't. But that's why we're gonna bring you in to answer a few questions, so we can prove as much. And if we see that you really aren't a threat to the town, then we'll let you go, and that'll be that. But what about an innocent until proven guilty? Okay, should be no problem. And since I'm completely innocent, could you at least let me out of the handcuffs? But what about innocent until proven guilty? Is that how that goes? I'm joking. But of course there's no way to know if you're innocent unless we ask you questions like you're guilty. Just basic police work. You don't understand. I need to get into that house. I have reason to suspect that there is a cursed stone here that holds some kind of ancient, possibly evil magic. I'll give you $100 if you let me go right now. Oh yeah, then I'll be charged with bribery. I have reason to suspect that there is a cursed stone here that holds some kind of ancient, possibly evil magic. Magic stone? What? Like a crystal? Crystal meth, maybe? I always suspected Julius might be a tweaker. He laughs at his own unfunny joke. There's a sound coming from the house on the hill, shouting and angry, panicked. A frantic voice crackles over the radio. Derrickson, come in. The sheriff is down. The sheriff is down. Those damn traps. Irma wasn't kidding. Keep it there, Franklin. Is he breathing? And what is the status on Tremaine and Calloway? Something in the basement. Going down now. You're hearing an ungodly noise over the radio, a gunshot, and then static. Franklin, report! But there is only silence. Damn it. Franklin. Deputy Derrickson hesitates briefly outside your door, as if hoping someone might leave the farmhouse without his getting involved. Wait. Let me in. Let me out. But after a few seconds, he's heading up the hill, yelling something to Irma. Oh. Hey, Wayne. How's it going? I got arrested. And I think that's all the time we have for this episode of Scarlet Hollow. If you did enjoy, please do leave a like, comment if you want to see more of on the channel, or what you want to see more of on the channel. And if you're new and returning, why not subscribe? It'll show me a ton of support, help me keep doing what I'm doing. And yeah, with that, I hope to see you all in another video. Delta